Yabba dabba doo. Hey folks, another uneventful episode of this podcast. Driving home here Saturday night. Pretty much to talk about the Bored Week segment. Monday night, I went to the gym and I tried to get a Chipotle bowl, but my local Chipotle sucks. They ran out of meat. That's right. So I walk in the door. There's a couple of Hispanic guys next to me, and the woman goes, sorry, but we don't have any chicken we don't have any steak. All we got is pork. And the Spanish guy next to me was like, well, what the fuck you opened them for? What the fuck's the point? So I went to Panda Express and I got 2 chicken breasts and some rice. And it was good, but it was, packed in there, and it was just dirty and just, Panda Express is good, but it's not my favorite kind of food. It hits the spot, but it doesn't really, fill me like Chipotle does. But that was pretty much Monday night. Tuesday, I pretty much didn't do anything based on what I remember. I think I just fell asleep early, whatever. I did get some stage time this week. Wednesday, I went to this place called the Cheshire Brewery. If you guys remember 2 weeks ago when I did that drunken freestyle. Actually, I wasn't drunk. The drum circle freestyle, where the guys were playing the drums, and I was, that was the same place. So I went there, and I was by myself. I haven't called Dan Wolf in the last 2 weeks, and I think I called him, and he didn't even call me back. So I don't know if Dan Wolf is alive, or he's mad at me, or what, but usually he calls me every week. I haven't talked to Dan Wolf for like 3 weeks, but so I decided, screw it, I'm going to go to Cheshire. So before that, I went to this place. If you guys saw the Pizza Roma review, I think it's on the Jack Comedy channel. We just on a comedy video, and I pretty much went there and I had 2 slices of pepperoni again. And because I went to Chipotle again for the second time in a row, same Chipotle, and there was nobody in there, so I knew something was up. I was like, why is this place empty? And then I get to the front and there's no meat. And I go, oh, you guys still don't have meat? The woman goes, nope. And I go, what is there, a meat shortage? She goes, yeah. I go, okay, bye. And I walk out of there. So I went to Pizza Roma. I got 2 slices of pepperoni. I didn't buy anything to drink. And I just had my water with it. And then I went to Cheshire, and it was pretty empty in there. I got a parking spot right in the front. It was empty. There was no drum circle. There was only 2 names on the sign-up sheet. So it was a different host. And pretty much this older lady went up first. And she was singing like old-timey songs like, hey, big spender, songs like that. She did like 4 songs. She made the show all about herself. Then this guy was the host. He plays the piano. He plays like Billy Joel songs and stuff. He went up, and he did about 4 songs, and they were doing songs together. And I just had a club soda, and eventually they called my name. They said, who's Josh Jack? And I said, that's me. I want to do some jokes. And he goes, all right, well, I was like, I'm going to play one more song, and then I'll bring you up. So he played another song, and then he put on, his song from the PA system. And then he said, all right, man, you can go up there. Go ahead. He's like, do you want to leave the mic in the mic stand, or do you want to just grab it? I said, I'll leave it in the stand. He goes, okay. So he goes, here's Josh, everybody to tell us some jokes. So they weren't really paying attention to me at first. And before that, I met this older woman. She was like 70, 80 years old. She said, yeah. She was like, oh, you want to go up and sing? I said, no, I do bad jokes. She goes, I did comedy here twice. I was like, yeah, how did it go? She goes, well, it didn't really go over that well. I tell stories. I don't really tell jokes, which means she has no jokes, And I was like, oh, okay. She goes, that's cool, and I look forward to hearing you. So she was interrupting my whole set. She was doing the thing where people think they're helping you. She was like interrupting my setups and stuff, and she was pretty much, just being an idiot, and everything, and just ruining my flow. But I didn't curse her out or anything because I knew she was just a dumb idiot. So pretty much I did 8.5 minutes. I actually got some laughs. I did clean jokes, mostly clean jokes. I didn't curse hardly at all. And after each joke, the audience would go, oh, kind of like dice, like, oh. So I did 8.5 minutes, and the host came up to me, and he was real nice. He said, hey, I'm Cuban and Polish just like you. He's like, except I'm a little bit of something else. I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, you killed it, man. He said, I was worried because, comedy doesn't usually go over here well, but you did the best out of everybody I've seen, which isn't saying much because I don't think that many people have done comedy there. But anyways, I said, oh, that's nice. Thanks, man. And then I watched them play for like another half an hour, and I got home around like 10ish. So I got some stage time this week, about 8.5 minutes. And then Thursday night, I went to the gym, and I had no choice but to go to the further location of Chipotle to get my burrito bowl. I finally got it. I had to go all the way up a further location, like I said. And then I went to Target to get some stuff. And that was pretty much Thursday night. Last night, Friday night, I was up in the air. I said I could go to Old City. I could go to Parks. I could go to some other place or sit in the Target parking lot and have a beer. I decided, you know what, I'm going to go to Parks. And I wish I did. Oh, yeah, there was an open mic in my area 5 minutes from my house. One of the young guys who comes to my mic once in a while, Alex, who was on Kill Tony, he had an open mic, but I decided not to go there because I wasn't really in the mood to do comedy. So I pretty much went to Parks. And long story short, I lost $20. I found the Shadow Diamond game from a month ago. I put a couple dollars in there. I lost. I said, all right, let me walk around and find that Blackout game from last week. As you guys remember, I went there last week. I walked out with $54, even though I lost $51. So I pretty much I was walking all around the casino, and I couldn't find it. I said, where's this game? I kept walking around. So then I tried some other games. I ended up losing $10. And then I went back to the Shadow Diamond game and said, fuck this. I'm just going to put $10 more in there, even though I told myself not to do that. So I put $10 in the machine. That's how the casinos get you. I got up to $14. I should have cashed out. And instead, I played, and I gambled, and I lost. I went back down to 20 cents, and that was it. So I lost $20. But once again, the way I see it is this. I won $51, and I lost 20, so I'm still up 30. So I'll probably go back in another week or two, maybe 2 weeks, and do the same thing. Hopefully this time, not gamble more than $10. So that was pretty much what I did last night. And then I went to Chipotle again, and there was this new restaurant called Las Scalalasas Fire or something. It's like a new place. They sell brick oven pizzas. Maybe I'll check them out. I don't know how much they cost. I didn't see the prices, but they sell pizzas and all sorts of stuff. It's like it was packed. But I went to Chipotle, got me a burrito bowl and a Coke Zero, and then I hung out at Target for a little bit. And that was my last night. As far as tonight goes, I went to the Doylestown Cabaret with the Cookie. I have not been to one of the Cookie shows since Memorial Day weekend. And pretty much I could have went to a party with Willie Fritz. Willie Fritz invited me to a little get-together party, but I turned it down because I wasn't feeling well. And plus, he had some friends from high school there, and I'm more of a one-on-one kind of guy. I really don't like to hang out with other people's friends. I get kind of quiet and awkward. I make people feel kind of uncomfortable. I'm just not really a fan of hanging out with other people's friends. I like to kind of just hang out with very little people. So I went to the Doylestown. It was a light turnout there. The crowd was actually not, too bad. They laughed at some of the stuff, but, we were only there for a little while. And I saw this comedian I haven't seen in a while. And I did have a drink for the first time in over 2 weeks. I've not drunk the last 2 weeks. And I should have kept going, but, I decided just in case I have to sit in the audience, I need something to kind of, calm me down. So I brought a concoction up to Jacked. First time in 2 weeks. And, it was an okay. And then we went to this burger place afterwards called Poorhouse. We went to the wrong location, a further location. And I got this burger called it was a smash burger. I forgot what it was called. And they put this spicy sauce on there. And it was kind of too spicy, but it was delicious. I mean, it was one of the best burgers I probably ever had. The fries were, okay. And, it was really good. Really good food. But it took forever to get back home. It took forever. It took like fucking 30 minutes to get back to the Cookies place because we went to a further location. And folks, that's pretty much it for the week. As far as what's on the channel next week, I don't really have any shorts for next week. I didn't really record any this week, but as far as on the channel next week, probably a prank call show, and if I could, find anything else, unless I don't know where we get on stage, because Monday's Labor Day, right? Monday's Labor Day. Tuesday, there's no open mics. Wednesday, it's either go to the Royal, which I'm tired of going to, and I'm not going to go back to the chest iron place. But that's that. And then Thursday, there's no open mic, so there won't be really much as far as next week goes, but we'll see. But anyways, this is the first but yet worst comedy podcast in Philly. This is your favorite podcast show that most people won't even bother to listen to or don't even know about. And now, when you get to your least favorite segment, it's time to get to the odd news. All right, you stinking N-word lovers, let's get to the odd news. Polish CEO Piotr Saszyrik blasted online for stealing a kid's signed cap at the U.S. Open. I guess that was a hat trick. Man accused of regularly throwing glass bottles from Miami high-rise faces deadly missile charges. Yeah, I guess he was throwing glass bottles, but the glass wasn't half empty. The glass was fully empty. Something like that. There's a joke somewhere. 2 historic Edinburgh graveyards closed as locals complain about cave rapes. Yeah, graveyards close, and that could be a real headstone in the headache. Tourists in Kenya pouring beer down an elephant's trunk sparks anger. They put beer in the elephant's trunk. I guess they were trying to clear the. You know what? You do a podcast, you make up jokes, you see how easy it is. Man sues a grocery store over egregious assault after attempted to steal a car. He tried to steal a car, but I guess he was empty on gas. I'm bombing here, folks. Finland's Air Force will stop using a swastika on flags. France returns skull of king beheaded during colonial era to Madagascar. Taco Bell rethinks AI drive-thru after man orders 18,000 waters. So I don't have it. I think I'm out of jokes, everybody. I ran out of bad jokes. Let's see. France city bans school supplies distribution organized by drug gang. Man accused. Oh, this is great. This happened. Man accused of masturbating at a System of a Down show gets beat up. I guess his pants were down. That was his system. That's okay. Yeah, the guy was sitting above. Like, he was sitting in the row by himself. And he just pleasured himself. He wanted all the space to himself. It's like, I feel like if there's nobody around him and he's not showing anything, he should be able to do that. I mean, he paid a lot of money for these tickets, right? Well, that's unpopular opinion. 2 dead after flesh-eating bacteria from eating raw oysters. I guess they aren't the Earth's soil. FTC probes Mega's latest conspiracy theory that Gmail is biased against Republicans. I believe that. Bill Belichick's girlfriend, who's only 24 years old, Jordan Hudson, files trademark application for the term gold digger. She's really skinny. She's got a flat stomach. Nice face. Bear found behind the counter at a South Lake Toho ice cream shop. I guess the bear wanted a honeycomb. Robot rabbits, the latest tool in Florida, out of control invasive Burmese pythons in Everglades. Japan releases an AI-generated Mount Fuji eruption video to enrage Tokyo residents to be prepared. Woman seeks compensation for South Korea over her forced adoption to France. These stories aren't that good, but where's the Florida stories, man? Florida's got the best stories. Japanese online flea market bans the sale of ultrasound. Landmark, 113 years old, Swedish church arrives at a new home after its day journey. Man wearing, this is good, man wearing a Batman-clad pajamas thwarts robbery attempts in a Cape Coral neighborhood. Yeah, I guess he was a Cape Crusader. I guess he was the Jesus. Astrophysicists find no hair on black holes. Old master painted on by looted by Nazis and Argentinian property listed. Mark Zuckerberg gifted noise-canceling headphones to his Palo Alto neighbors of non-stop headache. So Germany debates gender laws, convicted neo-Nazis to lead the women's prison. It shows a German guy. It says Louisiana serial pedophile castrated as part of the plea deal. Composer John Williams says he never liked film music very much. Why is that weird? Japanese city 2-day limit for smart use. Damn, in Japan, you'll use your smartphone for 2 hours? First human screwworm case in U.S. person Maryland traveled to Guatemala. I'm not getting many jokes out of this, but criminals face pub, concert, and soccer match bans. I guess that was their goal. Yeah. Is there anything else? There's usually one. They had another site. I guess they. Oh, here it is. Robots. The latest tool to Florida Man control invasive Bernie's pythons. Brother. A record-breaking baby has been born from an embryo that's over 30 years old. Male sexuality stimulated to avoid inbreeding. I think that's it. Well, folks, I bombed this segment. I bombed this podcast. I bombed everything in life. That's it. We'll see you folks on the next one. You just listened to, and we're out of here. Go fuck yourself, Cuffy.